I'm Tene Croom talking to Grammy-nominated recording artist Gregory Porter here in Los Angeles. How are you today, Gregory?
I'm great. It's actually a beautiful day out today, so yeah, life is wonderful.
Life has got to be wonderful because this is the second time that you have been nominated for a Grammy. The first time in jazz, and this time has got to be, I'm corny, so bear with me, Gregory, is jazzy because now you're nominated in the R&B category.
Yeah, yes, and I think that's best traditional R&B performance is the category. Yes.
Real good hands.
Yeah, yeah, real good hands. The song came about by personal experience. My then girlfriend's father, gave me that conversation on the phone. He was like, what are your intentions with my daughter? And it was an intense conversation. He put all of his passion and energy into the conversation, and I couldn't speak. So, and my response to him 2 or 3 days later was this song.
Mama, don't you worry about your daughter, 'cause you're leaving her in real good hands. I'm a real good man. Now the picture of this man is slowly coming into view. Papa, don't you fret and don't forget that one day you was in my shoes. Somehow you paid your dues. Now you're the picture of the man that I someday wanna be.
So Real Good Hands is a song that you wrote, and it was with some angst, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to express to him, that I love his daughter just like he loves his daughter. And my intentions were honest and straightforward. And I just, sometimes the best way I express myself is in my music. And that's just the way it came out, I wanted to have a good long conversation to him about, oh, don't worry, relax. Things are going to fall into place just like you like. But, the way I said it was the way that it worked out. And he's now glad, and I'm now glad that from that conversation, that angst, that confrontation came this, I think, beautiful song, beautiful melody, and a Grammy nomination. So, yeah.
And I mean, this has got to be, you're in a category with Anita Baker,
Yeah.
Beyonce, just to name a couple.
Yeah.
How are you like on pins and needles?
Yes. Well, I don't know what this is, but when I found that out, it really it created laughter in me.
Yeah.
Because Beyonce is just, probably the biggest star on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And Anita Baker is the backdrop and the background music to my life for the last 25, 30 years. And so just those two lovely women, being in the same category with them that's an extraordinary thing. It's interesting. I was thinking this morning, I was like, oh, Beyonce or Anita Baker probably did the same thing I did. She looked at everybody who was in the category, and then she listened to the song.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, maybe Beyonce was just sitting back on the couch with Jay-Z,
Right.
and they were listening to Real Good Hands.
Uh-huh.
I'm always fascinated. After you record music, you don't know where it goes. It goes wherever it goes,
Yes.
into anybody's environment, anybody's home,
Yes.
and it affects them. And I'm always fascinated by that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that was. I'm thrilled, actually. I'm thrilled that I'm in this category, and yeah, it's just very excited.
There's nothing like Gregory Porter to me.
Mm-hmm.
that I've ever heard. There's no other artist to me like Gregory Porter, and I'll give full disclosure, I'm a major fan. I heard you for the first time last year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I sat there mesmerized because I heard Al Jarreau, who's my, first of all, greatest singer of all time to me.
Yeah.
I love Al Jarreau.
Yeah.
I bowed at Al Jarreau's feet. And I heard Donny Hathaway, and I heard Nat King Cole, but then all of a sudden I heard Gregory Porter. In other words, there's not a definition, there's no category. And then I heard the scatting. I heard you do so many dips and dives, and then again, I couldn't categorize because I said, there's Gregory Porter. I heard you go to Harlem.
Yeah.
I heard you go jazzy. I heard so many things. Where do you get this from?
Well, that's how I think that's the, not to separate myself from anybody, I think that's the African American tradition. I think we are blues, gospel, soul, you know, and jazz. And I think that's, I feel like, you know, when I first heard jazz for the first time, I always felt like, I was like, wow, those horn players, they play like my grandfather talks. I hear my grandfather's preaching in my grandfather and my father even used to sing their sermons. Mothers, help your daughters, fathers, help your sons, keep them away from the cold, cruel, wicked ways of the world. I heard Gary Bartz play that line. I heard, you know, Coltrane, you know, play those notes and that sound. And so I immediately, through the gospel, connected myself to jazz. And in gospel, there's soul. In gospel, there's R&B. And so I was like, well, this whole family is connected. And so, yeah.
So when you're not performing, when you're not writing, what do you do for fun?
Yeah, I love to cook. And I have a new family. I got married last year, and I have a brand new little boy. He's 2 months, you know. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, the time that I do have, thank you so much. At the time that I do have, I've been touring pretty hard the last year. So the time that I do have, I spend with them and with my family and my friends. I'm even, for the next album, I'm writing a song of apology to some of my friends because, you know, I just want to let them know that I consider them and I think about them, but I don't see them as often. So, you know, hey, friend, you know, I just want them to know that I'm thinking about them, considering them, and the times that we've had live with me as a reel in my mind. And they're not, you know, I don't feel there's any distance between me and the friends that I haven't been able to speak to in some time because I keep them with me. They're like, you know.
Any lullabies for your baby?
That's what I was working on before I came down. It may make the album, it may not. I don't know, but because, you know, it's for me first, right?
Right, of course.
Yeah, cornbread and caviar. Cornbread and caviar dreams. Will you understand me when I sing a lullaby, little boy? You know. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll make it out to the consumption of the ears, but it's for me, and I write best from something I feel intense about. And so I have a very keen, strong, and intense love for this brand new baby boy. And so,
And his name?
Demian Porter, yeah. This is Gregory Porter, and you are watching EUR Web.